Hey guys, Joe here from Big Shark Gaming. Today I wanted to do a little bit of a behind the scenes going into Sharks and Riptides. For those of you who are still catching up with what Sharks and Riptides is exactly, I will link the original announcement video in the description down below. So make sure you check that out. But a quick summary is Sharks and Riptides is a game that Jay and I are working on. And I wanted to break some things down for you guys before we actually get into the big bulk of the reveals and everything like that. So today I'm going to start it off with a little simple behind the scenes. It's going to just be me breaking down what you see in front of you right now are our 3 legendary monsters. I'm also going to be uploading the official theme song for Sharks and Riptides as well. That's courtesy of Mr. Jesse Keaton. So thank you, Jesse. A shout out to Jesse for all the work he has done involving our soundtrack and our scores. He's worked really hard, and the stuff that he's come up with is really great. So again, thank you, Jesse, for that. So starting with our legendary enemies from left to right, and we're going to end up with the monster that represents myself, which is Chip Sky Shark, the one all the way on the right-hand side that looks absolutely ridiculous. Now, these were really quick drawings that I did actually during the middle of a live stream. I forget what game I was playing that we made these up. But starting with left, you have Emperor Penguin, who is a literal Emperor Penguin. He has elements of all things that like symbolizes Jay. Like he's wearing a Plague Doctor mask, which if you don't know what like a Plague Doctor is, it's this creepy thing. I'm not entirely sure 100% the background behind it, but I know they wear these masks and they would go around, and I believe they would carry out the bodies that were killed in the plague or treat people who were dealing with the plague. I may be completely wrong about that, but I know Jay likes them a lot, and I find them really creepy. In the original artwork, which is the one that you see here, I actually should have drawn him with a spear, and I'm going to rework on drawing him with a spear because Jay prefers spears over swords, but I wanted to make him a little emperor, and I feel like emperors back in the day used swords, especially going back into like that whole ancient Chinese and Japanese mythology. He's also wearing a top hat because Jay, for a long time, collected. I still think he does collect very silly hats. So why a penguin? Because Jay is forever and will always be recognized as Big Penguin. His favorite animal is a penguin, and he has this giant penguin that I once got him named Schnoz. Schnoz is just this massive 3 feet tall emperor penguin, and it was kind of like this long running joke. And I went to Toys R Us with Jay, and I told him, hey, if that thing is less than $50, I will go and I will buy it for you. It was $48 and some cents. So around his birthday time, I actually went back and I wanted to have it shipped, and the woman told me it would be $7 to ship. It ended up being $70, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to take it on that train. And we wrapped it up all crazy. You could not tell it was a penguin. It looked like it was just this giant, massive, wrapped whatever it could be. And it did not look good. It was very sketchy. It was wrapped up in bags and paper and just awful. And it was raining that day, and yeah, so I hid it in my parents' basement, and it was in very clear sight, and for weeks Jay just walked past it and just not notice. And finally I gave it to him on his birthday. So that's kind of like representative of Jay with the penguin, with the plague mask, the top hat, and the sword, because Jay's really into like mythology and mythos. Moving on, you have Runicorn, who is also known as Dab 'em and Stab 'em. And this is Kelly's over-the-top unicorn with rainbow hair, rainbow manes and tails, and Kanye West glasses, and it's just dabbing. Like I said, this isn't a 100% original design. This is a design that we kind of worked on and altered from a dabbing unicorn that we had already seen on the internet. There's a few things wrong with this original image, and that's one, like the glasses stand isn't going behind its ear, it's going around the side of its ear, so it's kind of ridiculous. But you guys will see, even when like we reveal like the attacks and everything for this guy, they're very Kelly motivated. She does work at a store called Rue, so that's why it's the Runicorn, and she represents big unicorn gaming. And even though it's not really like 100% a thing, she definitely would have big unicorn gaming if she decided to have anything. With that said, this guy is going to have attacks that are based off of her personality. Like he has one attack called "Let's Take a Nap," or "It's Time for a Nap," if I recall correctly. I can't remember. Funny, I made it up myself and I can't remember. Which is like because Kelly is always about taking naps. She works really hard during the day, so when she comes home, she just knocks out for half an hour here, half an hour there. So her favorite animal is a unicorn, and she works at Rue, and that's how you get the Runicorn. She actually has a Runicorn onesie, which is really fucking funny. I'll have to try and convince her to take a picture in it one day soon. And moving on to Chip Skyshark. Chip Skyshark is a play on Chip Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents. I was also going to name him Jaws Flexington, but I think Chip Skyshark has one at this point. Yeah. So, what is behind this crazy abomination? Well, I was drawing him to be ridiculous, and he was supposed to be a shark with giant turbines under his giant pectoral fins and also giant pectoral muscles. So he has giant pecs, he has giant pectorals, and he has turbines that help him achieve maximum flight speeds. This way, he's not restricted to just be in the water. As I was drawing him, Kelly was like, he needs a top hat. And I gave him the top hat. She was like, it's still not complete. He needs a mustache. So he actually has 6 skills, which would technically make him a 6-skill shark. And he has over-the-top features everywhere. His hat, his mustache, his turbines. Yeah. So highly inspired by the Shark Dragon from NAS America. It's where I kind of got like the inspiration for it. And this drawing actually came out better than I thought it did until it got worse than I thought it was. And it's funny because like there's an old line from Borderlands 2 and it's Mr. Torg saying, I suplex a shark wearing a bow tie. And you ask who's wearing the bow tie? And the answer is yes. And it's one of my favorite things. So that's kind of like why he ended up being so dapper. But yeah, that's it. That's our legendary monsters. We have one more monster that's technically a legendary, but he's going to be remaining as a secret until later on. And also we have one god monster who I'm going to reveal soon as well. Well, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are getting excited for Sharks and Riptides. We're really working hard on this project, and we want to have it out for you soon. We're still aiming for the end of February. We're getting close to being done with all like the paperwork stuff of it, and man, we're working on like our spell glyphs now. We're working on like our roadmap for it, and it's gonna be awesome, guys. It's gonna be really, really funny. It's gonna be really crazy. It's like me, Kelly, and Jay are all new to D&D. Kelly's not a big time gamer, so she's gonna get lost. I'm gonna get lost because I'm gonna be falling into all these things and trying to like work things out and stuff like that. And like Jay's gonna get lost just because he's like the type of person that gets really like whoa. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.